Good morning. I am Mrs. Scott, your chemistry teacher. I wanted to do a quick video and just kind of show you around the chemistry classroom and show you where you're going to actually start today. Excuse me. You came in right as we started Unit 2, so it's just a perfect time to jump right in with Unit 2. Unit 1 was mainly made up of gases and excuse me, we did a little bit of solids and liquids, just a teeny bit of that stuff. So I'm not sure what you covered last semester in your chemistry class. Maybe you've talked about gases, maybe you haven't. I will give you access to the remediation part of Unit 1 for the two different tests. So you can go and you can look up that because you'll be responsible for the test, the final material in this gases stuff from Unit 1, but you don't have to go back and do all of Unit 1. So you're starting at Unit 2. So similar to your other courses, you have a class plan right here, which you'll look at. I sent out something last week. If for some reason the class plan isn't directly connected to the content, it's not a big deal. You just can go to your content and look up whatever is there. If you ever see something funky with the class plan, just shoot me a K-mail. I probably have a setting messed up. So here you can see on your class plan for today, you have this solutions. It's a simulation module. In chemistry, a lot of times we do extra worksheets, guided notes, simulations, extra practice, because that's just what we need in chemistry. So you'll see here, when you click on here, or if you go to the content and find the 201A, you have a worksheet. So go ahead and you can click right on that. What we use, like when I do worksheets, it's Google Docs. So what you will actually do is you click on that and you'll see right up here, if you're not familiar with Google, it's really easy. You just go File, Download As, and you'll download it as a Microsoft Word document. You'll save it to your computer. So, back to our module. So you save that worksheet and you'll go through the worksheet. You'll do it. You'll submit it to the Dropbox. And then what you'll do, once you've submitted it to the Dropbox, this video will pop up. This happens a lot. We do this process a lot in chemistry. So a video will pop up where I go through the entire worksheet. And again, it doesn't pop up until you've actually done it and submitted it. So then you watch the video, and that's what's due today. So then if we go back to our plan, that's what you're going to do today. That's it. When you go to your plan, then tomorrow you'll see your 201B. So here are guided notes, similar fashion, save it as a Google Doc. You'll do lesson with it, you'll do whatever's on the guided notes with it, and then you take the quiz. A lot of times what I do is I do what I call submission quizzes. So it's essentially participation completion on things. I know that you've watched the video because I'll put a key word in there or something specific, and I'll say what's the key word, or what happened here, or what did I talk about here, and you tell me. So I know that you watched the video. I know that you've done the material. I know that you've submitted it. I know that you've watched the answer key video where I walk through everything like I would if we were in a live classroom. And then you'll get the points for it. So on this particular one, with our thing for today and tomorrow, I actually, on your quiz, added 2 questions there. So you'll see that once you take the quiz. And then the rest of the week is just lesson quiz for these next 3. There's nothing extra there. So you can see here also that we're having Chemistry CC tomorrow, but we're not having it on Thursday. Our Chemistry CCs are Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11:05 to noon. This semester, we typically will have CC 1 day a week. It'll fall on whatever day, fits our schedule best. I actually have meetings on Thursday, so I can't do it. So we're going to have it on Tuesday. Notice next week, we don't have school Monday, and then here's your schedule. And then here is Class Connect we're going to review for the test. One thing to note about chemistry tests, the day before a test, we have a learning check. It's worth 10 points. It's for a grade. What I do is I create these just to kind of give you a better grasp of how are you going to do on the test? I try to find the most broad topics, things I know that you need to know and understand in order to be successful on the test. So we always have a learning check. In order for the test to be available to you, you have to complete the learning check. So that's just a quick overview. Most of our units 2 are really 2 parts. This unit 2 isn't. It's just one whole thing and we're done and we're moving on. But a lot of our units, you'll see it's the first part of the unit, we have a mid-test, and then it's the second part of the unit, and we have a final test. Those two generally, it's not, I do throw in some cumulative questions in there, but it's not like the final test will be covering the whole entire unit. They're essentially kind of like separate units, but it's just easier to keep them together like that for me, and then I just divide them that way rather than renumber everything. So, and just a note, we are actually going to flip-flop. I change things around, so it's really important to just look at your schedule. Don't look at the lessons and think, oh, I have to do all this, or, this is the order I do it in. So it's important to pay attention to the schedule, because we actually, after Unit 2, are jumping to Unit 4, because it falls better for us. Okay, so that's a quick overview of your plan. The other thing that I do in chemistry, which some students love and use it a lot, if you go to your content, excuse me, I have a cold, right here, weekly checklist. So what I do is I just go ahead, it's the same stuff that's on the plan, but it's just a nice thing to have here. I just put the due dates on there and what you have, and you can check off as you go. So it's just a nice checklist. This is what you need to make sure you get done every day, type of thing. So that will be available to you also. Class news, that's your announcements. So you want to look there. I typically do a Monday morning mashup video. So it's just to start off the week. Here's what we're doing. This week will be very similar to what I just explained to you. And then any other important stuff I put there. K-mails, I send some out when needed. Don't send a ton. It just kind of depends on what we need or don't need. But it's important that you log in every single day. You look at your class news, you get your work done for the day, and you move on. You'll find that, online school builds up very quickly. So when you get behind, it snowballs very quickly. So you want to make sure right off the bat that you get in, you do your work. If you have questions, contact me. That's what I'm here for. You can IM me. Yeah, I'm on Yahoo Instant Messenger. You can call me. You can K-mail me. However you need to get a hold of me, I'm here. In order to find my info, if you go to class content and course materials, you'll find my contact info right there. So I'll send this in a K-mail too, so you'll have that and you'll actually see it on your class news. Really anything else important will kind of, as we go, you'll learn kind of the flow of things better. But again, any questions you ever have, let me know. I do offer test retakes if you get 70% or below. That's only on exams, the big ones. Quizzes, we don't retake because you can see the answers right away. Again, as you go, questions, let me know. I'm excited to have you here. We're going to have a good semester in chemistry. We have a lot of fun. All right, welcome. Thanks for listening and have a great first week.